Hey everybody, it's Bust with Battles with Bust number 647. Today we'll be doing battle with Vanessa. And so this will be our first Vanessa battle out of the pufferfish patch, if you will. Everybody's going bonkers over the pufferfish in this patch, and I think it's fine. It's certainly overtuned, but I definitely love the direction that the pufferfish has gone in, and all of these updates to having the instant effects removed and replaced with charge effects has been a fantastic update. My kind of problem with the previous instant thing is there's no real way to tune it, right? You can really only update the global cooldown and then you're kind of done. But now with the new version of pufferfish with charges, you can like I guess in the past you'd be able to affect like the poison, or you could affect the global cooldown, or you could make it a higher rarity, right? So you can't find pufferfish till it's gold or diamond or whatever. But now with this charge thing, you can affect like the item's base cooldown. You can affect how many charges you do. It charges 3 now. Maybe you drop it to 2 or drop it to 1. That just gives you like so many extra options that you can do in terms of tuning these items. I think it's a fantastic update, and I think the other thing we run into with pufferfish this patch in the sense is I kind of talk about elites a fair amount in this game for those Legends of Runeterra folks that followed us from the previous game, in the sense that it's a very straightforward strategy that should be pretty easy to figure out. That's what I kind of feel like Dually is supposed to be, right? Dually, you go, oh, pick the friend core. I just pick all of the friend items. My build comes together nicely and we can push on. It's very linear in terms of the way it works. And that's kind of how it works with pufferfish, right? You don't have to have some kind of spectacular draft knowledge to get pufferfish going. You just have to find the pufferfish and items that say haste on it, and you're just kind of off to the races. And so it's just kind of like day one of a magic event to where the red deck is just the best deck because nobody has anything tuned. Now that people have the opportunity to figure out, well, maybe I need to play slows, maybe I need to play ways to mitigate poison, like using heal instead of using shield. Like I certainly think it's overtuned, but it'll take people a little bit of time to just come in and adapt. And so, with that out of the way, the next big thing here, we're on to the new start of the game where there's going to be no skills, but there's 4 random items to choose from, and not the most spectacular set of items to go. I don't really like starting with Grenade. It doesn't do enough damage to clear out the opponent at the beginning of the round, right? You tend to go up to against a 250 health opponent, deal 60, and then your item doesn't do anything. Chimera, it's too early game 4, so that leaves us either Coral Armor or Pet Rock. Coral Armor should be a pretty reasonable early game item, right? Getting this scaling right out the get-go. So I think that's where we're going to start today. I've not been as huge of a fan of weapons in this patch. They're certainly fine, but they take a little bit of time to get up and running, and so we'll just go with the Coral Armor, see if the see if the pufferfish doesn't present itself for our build here today. And so now, pushing into the earlier rounds, not really amped about digging up weapons, and so we'll just take the experience point out of the Strange Mushroom. It does limit us in terms of what we can fight here, right? We just can't fight the Viper. He's going to kill us with the poison, and so we'll have to go up to battle against the Banana Bull, which is completely fine. You know, getting a duct tape in the early rounds here wouldn't be horrible. Getting the med kit to improve the heal on a heal item is actually pretty decent for Vanessa. And so, as we wait the hour on this round to finish, I had my mind bamboozled this morning. I had to go out and purchase a pack of diapers for the baby, and it's like I got to looking at the box. Like I've never really looked at the boxes. We got a bunch of diapers at like the baby shower, and we haven't had to purchase too many. And it says on the box, guaranteed to work up to 100% of the time, right? That wasn't the exact wording. It says like prevents leaks up to 100% of the time. And I was like, fucking wow. Wow. Who comes up with this? How did you do this? Like I have like 2 potential options for how this came together. Either the realistic option for what happened is Pampers put together a multi-million-dollar campaign involving legal teams, involving marketing teams and consultants and market research surveys and finding out what the best tagline you can put on something is. And that one, or what my hope and dream is that the stoner that just gets to work from home got tasked with coming up with the tagline, and he was watching Anchorman that day, and he came across the Sex Panther, where 60% of the time it works every time, and he just had his mind blown. He was like, I have to present this to the bosses. What if we just put on the box guaranteed leak protection up to 100% of the time. And that's what got on there. And so it got me thinking, with this run today, we're guaranteed to win at least up to 100% of our battles. And so glad to bring that forward to you. Glad that you can get up to 100% win rate here today. Let's see how it goes. And so back to the action here. I'm getting a little long-winded. I'm going to go with the non-weapon items. We need to come out and try and dig up pufferfish as fast as we can if we're going to be going for this aquatic thing. Even if we aren't necessarily going pufferfish, we would like to find some aquatic items to tag up with the coral armor. And so not bad start here. Cove is always good early. It is a reasonable defensive item here in the early game. It's aquatic for coral armor. It's going to be an income item in the mid game. And it does stack into some potential builds as the thing progresses. Having just this 3-second cooldown aquatic item can be quite good. And so we're going to snatch that up. A little hesitant to roll. We could pick up a 2-cost item off of a roll. I kind of want to have the full board going into the next round. Let's just go ahead and do it. Nothing aquatic turns up. That's kind of a bummer. I'm leaning towards just picking the silencer. The cooldown and just like the single weapon stuff on it gives us some options early, although the cannonball is fairly tempting as well. We'll take the silencer, see how it goes. If we branch out into, say, like a boat build or into a submarine build, having the silencer should be okay. All right, so what do we come across here? Small non-weapon items. Doesn't quite combo with the silencer, but it'll at least fit in here. Doesn't combo with anything. I guess we can put the powder flask in to have it activate the duct tape. Oh boy. The combos are rolling through. The combos are coming in. Hopefully we're up against just like an ammo Vanessa. And we can sustain through the damage that she does, and then the shields will take us to the sandstorm. Nope, we're fucked. we're never dealing with this this silver scaling shark claws. It's worth a shot though, There's definitely a non-zero number of day one Vanessas that we just beat with the coral armor. And so, is what it is. I'm still content with how we played day one here, even though we didn't get to take down a victory. We're only going to win up to 100% of our battles, and so, not going to get the full 100%, but just up to 100%. We'll be good. All right, defeat is upon us. Sad day. So what do we got here? Burn stuff, crit stuff. Citrus and coconut, aquatic item or aquatic cooldowns. I'm just going to go for the aquatic item at this point. Stack our stuff a little bit. Maybe we'll spike a jellyfish or a puffer or a other little poison fish. The technical name didn't turn up, but a scaling coral can be good here in the mid game or early to mid game as well. So, all right, next set. Not really amped about a small shield item. You can pick up the small aquatic thing, which is kind of okay. Maybe we should go for it, but I'm leaning towards going to Mountain Pass and just taking 2 gold, 1 experience. Not too interested in the weapon, even though we have the silencer. The weapons that we want at this stage are all the large item kind of things, and so maybe we can just take the small shield item. Okay, yeah, the seashell turns up. It's just like, it's such a great synergy if we hit this one. Hitting both the coral armor and the coral and it being aquatic and everything. So I think that's fine. Up next, I would like to bank up a few dollars here if we can. Like, we need to do our best effort to come in and find pufferfish. So I'm going to skip small items. It is interesting with House Party. We could find a small poison... a small poison friend. We do need a way to actually deal damage to the opponents. Like, I'm kind of okay on round 1 to just be full defense, no offense, but from that point forward, we kind of at least need a little bit of something. And so let's at least take the small friend here. Oh, good, we landed on jellyfish. Absolutely perfect. And so now, up against the opponents here, not quite ready to put the cove in. It's only healing 3 at this point. Let's line up something like this. I don't care too much about the duct tape. We'll at least get it optimized a little bit, but the jellyfish is the one that we care about the haste coming down on. So we'll have it both next to the coral and the seashell, the faster cooldowns. and then we have to fight coconut crab. We're so weak at this point. All this other stuff will just dominate us in combat. Maybe this is our combo, huh? Maybe we actually pick up the Crusher Claw and go dually mode out here, right? We just try and scale up the damage on our coral armor, and then go dually mode with the Crusher Claw. Trying to envision if there's ever anything that can amount to that. I mean, it's an aquatic item. We could pretty easily get a bunch of like haste on it so it gets to attack fast. Huh. This round's a lot better than I was giving it credit for. With the seashell upgrade, the Crusher Claw, hard shell is a fantastic skill to just be picking up. Shouldn't have been talking so much trash on the coconut crab. What you got for us? The claw? Okay. Okay, fam, let's get out here and crush them. I like where this is going. We just gotta scale up the coral armor now. Dealing 60 damage is not impressive. We need this to get up to 1,000 or so, right? Not too big of an ask right there. But man, we got the silencer ready for it too. Oh damn! Oh damn! We're about to start cooking. So. What do we got? I think we lean in on the non-weapon items here. Would still like to find a puffer fish. Here's an upgrade to, wow, upgrade to cove, upgrade to jellyfish. Okay, that's going to take all of our money. Maybe we can land on some kind of like, that's the answer, right? Shit, the answer was right in front of us and we didn't see it. The answer isn't scaling up coral armor. The answer is just scaling up cove. Fuck me. All right. I like where we're at. I like where we're going. I don't hate the harpoon, but it's too much of a sail to get to. All right, so that looks good. We'll take the abandoned chest. This will get us leveled up before we get into the next PvP battle. All right, what do we got? Plus shield, weapon, 1 EXP, expensive crit, or med kit. It's like, I know that we have the idea now that, see, our build is going to be something like this. Get duct tape out of here, right? This is just the important part of our build. All right, well, we probably have to, well, two things, right? We're going to have to keep the coral armor in the build for a little bit until the cove can scale up. And then I was trying to decide, I'm wanting to take med kit and put the med kit onto the coral. Just as a nice mid-game style of item, right? Like once we get to late game, we're not going to care about putting like 6 shield onto the cove, but putting this like 10 heal onto medkit could be pretty strong here early. So I think that's okay, right? We're going to put in coral. Sell the medkits. Now here we can sell a little bit of stuff with the cove in mind if we want. It's probably a little greedy. Maybe we sell the duct tape. I don't think duct tape ever is going to fit in our build. We're not going to just be like doing ham aquatic stuff with beach balls or anything with that. So let's please go ahead and get the upgrade onto the cove. Let's fuck them up. This is this is what it's all about. You start out at the beginning of the day being like, oh cool, we get to have like the 75% of the time pufferfish builds, but no. Turns out to be Crusher Claw Cove is what the fuck we're doing today. So what's the guy doing? He's doing a little bit of burn, a little bit of poison. I think we're doing okay here. He's not burning nearly hard enough. His battery's about to run out. His Uzi's gonna run out. Yeah, I think we're fine. Okay. Crusher Claw. Bring in the business. Oh, this is it. This is the stuff. So what else do you even want with a build like this, right? You probably want, say, like Captain's Wheel. Captain's Wheel gives itself haste when you use a large item, and then it gives the adjacent items haste, so that we can put haste on the cove and haste on the Crusher Claw. Like the cooldown on the Crusher Claw is the big thing to overcome here. And then we probably want to find a way to get it crit. Don't want it to be Crow's Nest. Crow's Nest just takes up too much space. But we would have like 3 hexes left over. Kind of thinking in that last spot, I wouldn't hate it to be some kind of interactive item like a rope or like an ammo plus the thing we passed on earlier, the thing that blows up a small item. Let's kick in with the slow skills. I really like what's this one when you what's this when you slow haste a vehicle for 2 seconds. Okay, that sounds really great with like the pirate ship, but I think we're just going to be all in on Crusher Claw today. This is what the memes are all about. But no, I really like this one. The first time you use a large item, slow one item for 5 seconds, very powerful. We use it very quickly with the Cove, hitting it at the level up to shoot 2 nets off of 1 Cove activation. It's really strong against the pufferfish builds that need the time to get that first activation in, and so the slows feel pretty decent there. So up next, I do like taking chocolate bars whenever we're up with the Cove. The non-weapon items and gold could be fine, but I like where this takes us. Gives us a little bit of health, gives us these bonuses up onto the Cove. Just everything that we need here. All right, so what do we got with these? Not certain if we can beat the Scout Trooper at this point. Let's go up against the Rogue Scrapper. I think this one should be a manageable round. He does have a little bit of scaling on the barbed wire, but we scale up a little bit as well, and we're pretty strong defensively with both of our shields. I think that we're going to be okay here. Okay. Crusher Claw. Bring in the fucking business. Yeah, he's not tearing through our shields just yet. He's got to continue to scale up a little bit, but I think we're fairly safe at this point. Our Crusher Claw doesn't really outdamage the heal on his thing, but we have more health than him with the Sandstorm. We'll be fine. Good stuff. What do we got? We get our own barbed wire. Oh, thank you. All right, so what do we got? Small or medium and large, abandoned chest, or get an item. I'm going to keep going into these medium and large just for a bit. I'd like to find the upgrades to the Cove if we can. It doesn't turn up here, but we'd also like to find that Captain's Wheel. And so we'll skip past this stuff, take the roll. Doesn't quite turn up. I don't hate the idea of Star Chart. It's a reasonable item at this stage of the game. We'll just sell it later. It also unlocks some of Vanessa's... It's like there's some shops you go to and it gives you when you go to the docks, Vanessa can then get money plus experience points, and so kind of interested in it. We're never a trebuchet build, right? We're not going to be hasting fast enough or anything. Okay, Star Chart.
On behalf of the Grand Society of them.
So what do we got now? Medium items again, bronze skills or small weapons. Got to start picking up the skills at some point, but I just worry as we roll into medium items if we'll have enough money.
What can I get you?
Here's pufferfish. We're pretty far away from pufferfish today. All right, take the roll. See if anything else turns up. Beach ball and dock lines. I do want the dock lines. I don't think we're going to be a beach ball build. Like it's just going to be too random with what we're doing here. We want to hit Captain's Wheel. So let's see. We can sell off the barbed wire. Still want to hang on to powder flask. We'll get rid of jellyfish. We can stop here, right? We just need $4.
Oh, I think you're really gonna enjoy that.
All right, so what do we got now? Item value, not the worst, right? I don't play enough Pygmalion to put a lot of credence into appraisal, right? Your leftmost item gets 3 value. It's probably worth just skipping, right? We can either put 3 value on it with the appraisal, or we can do scrap, which is going to do 2 gold worth, so really just minus 1 gold, but again, get the extra values out of it. Okay. Right, so we got the extra 8 shield doing it this way. So now, let's see, we want to get the Star Chart in. We'll eventually replace the coral armor with the dock lines. I'm on board with that. Up against Dooley, I think we can cut out the coral and put the the silencer in. Kind of just want the coral against a Vanessa against the poisons. I guess Dooley can come at you with the haste lizard. This doesn't seem nearly as common. At least we got double cooldown items on our Crusher Claw now. Boomed him for 94. Look out. we gotta get another upgrade on this cove. That's probably the big thing. Yeah, he's also blasting us with the lizard. Ah, oh, come on. Okay. That's bullshit round. How do we get this cove leveled up to maximum?
Next time, boys, less blunder, more plunder.
All right, so what do we got? Small items, not super interested in. We'll just take the abandoned chest, the 2 gold, 1 experience. Sounds a little bit better than 4 gold. Up next, we got medium items again. Shield against the PvE round or monster loot. I don't think we want monster loot at this point. We still want to find that captain's wheel. Star chart upgrades in this one. Okay. I don't think we want to like permanently star chart, but that's how the cookies crumble in here, you know. Still got to get this cove upgraded. All right, so who do we fight this round? Probably just the Outlands Dervish. Well, the Blood Reef Raider, can we even beat? Right? He's interesting to me in the sense that this is like a crow's nest boss, and it's tough to find crow's nest anymore. With the changes to where like on the large item sites you don't get to reroll anymore, crow's nest just doesn't seem to turn up nearly as often, and I think it's something that we want. I'm trying to still decide how we want this to look like. Because I want to like get rid of this coral armor as fast as we can. I don't know. I think we're going to struggle to beat that guy. The other thing is like the Outlands Dervish has cooldown reduction, which is what I feel like we're really wanting, right? We want this cove to be popping off as fast as we can. But the important thing is not losing, right? Our economy's kind of fucked at this point. This has been one of like the pain points to me in this patch, is kind of figuring out how the economy goes. It feels like in the early stages of the game you're kind of hamstrung for money, and then once you get to like day 9 you can't spend enough money on anything. You have to hope to hit like back-to-back diamond skills just to spend all of your money. So it's been kind of odd. All right, got the takedown though. GG, well played, Mr. Dervish. Give us that cooldown reduction. Okay. So what do we got now? Non-weapon items, crit or regen. Let's take the crit skills. We gotta stack up the crit on this claw. We need it to come in and do work. 4% crit sucks. Probably where we're gonna take it though. Large items. I mean, big numbers on the cove. Not the worst. Just getting those big stacks in. Okay. Stacks on stacks on stacks. That's what we're all about here. So what do we got? Weapon, sharpening stones, income, upgrade your leftmost silver tier item. God, we missed bronze. Oh, we can still upgrade this, right? We want to be putting the upgrades on the Crusher Claw because it's whoever this guy is. This guy, he looks like Jarvan. I always think this is J4 out here, but I guess it's not. But no, we can upgrade all this other stuff, but we can't upgrade the Crusher Core because it's a J4 item. And so let's just take it while we can. Does that drop the cooldown?
The quicker the fight.
It's at 7.2. It's a base 8. So I don't think it dropped. Right, if we put it in here, it's at 6 second. Now it's at 8 in the bag. Shit, does that miss it if we leave it in our sack when we do that? 7.2, 6.1, I don't know. All right, so what do we got? Small and mediums, work at the docks, or a small friend. We should be able to work at the docks now and just take the star chart upgrade, right? 5 gold, 1 experience. Very strong here. Now we're up against Pygmalion. I think we got to just stick with what we're at here. I'd again like to get rid of this coral armor, but we need to get the upgrade on the cove. Would have been nice to get that cove upgrade in the previous round, but we again, they get the opportunities to upgrade it. We don't get the opportunities to upgrade Crusher Claw. I don't know, maybe that's too greedy to think about it that way. But could you get Crusher Claw from the junk vendor? Can't remember if I've seen it there or not. Maybe we need to keep that in mind. What do we got here? An Ataladdle build. He doesn't have a crook just yet. Seems like we're doing okay. Getting those shield crits. Cove out here doing the work. Ataladdle's starting to scale up though, getting a little bit scarier. Fuck. Yeah, his big damage blast hit right after the cooldown thing started. That was a round that feels like we should have won. That was definitely a weak as shit Pygmalion. We're not weak as shit. We got the Crusher Claw though. Alright, let's go to the docks again. I don't want these aquatic items. Well, the thing with Nautica is you can't roll, right? They took the rerolls off a lot of these shops, and you can't reroll on Nautica, so our chances of finding the cove there aren't spectacular, but maybe we just need to shop there anyways.
All of this is like a gift from the sea.
Are we going to do anything with this stuff? Don't really want beach ball. I was hoping some of this stuff would just cost like 2 gold, so we could just buy it and resell it and put some stacks on the coral armor. Bummer. I'll pick up the beach ball. I would like to replace this coral armor as soon as we can, and so that at least gives us some options. Look at these medium items now. Maybe we'll hit the captain's wheel. Nothing in this set. Wonder if we should ever hang on to like fishing rod. It's probably a little bit late here at day 5. Just getting the free piranha to come in and resell, fill the cove, fill the coral armor. Might be greedy passing on that. Hit on beach ball though. Okay.
Now this will inspire the crew.
I think like beach ball's just got to be better than star chart now, right? Hitting 2 items on the haste. Still can't get our fucking coral armor out of here because the cove is no good, but I think this is okay. So who do we got now? Probably just a saber-tooth battle. Find one of those diamond teeth and sell it for 16. Always a good find, hitting that shiny fang. I wonder what this Crusher Claw does on... Oh, I guess on level up it probably boosts that shield thing, right? Your shield items gain 4. That's the least impressive thing I've said today. that is not exciting whatsoever. I guess it's better than nothing. It's better than coming into these fights with no scaling, but... Alright. What you got for me? Big money. Big money like we're on The Price is Right. What you got?
See that plank?
Oh, the 16, the big dollars. Appreciate it, fam. So what do we got now? Aquatic cooldowns, leftmost item value, medkit on the healing, get an aquatic item, or upgrade your leftmost silver tier item. We gotta do the cove. If I realized that the Crusher Claw was gonna be so shitty on that last upgrade, we would have looked to have upgraded the cove twice. I guess we couldn't. We didn't get the chance to go gold to diamond off it, but it's finally getting itself to be better than coral armor. All right, so where are we at now? We can go look at the small and medium items.
Everyone
Feels dangerous passing on so many of these skills, but
Now this.
I think we got to find these upgrades. We can roll. It says 3 gold, but we have that 16 gold in the bank. Nothing useful out of these. I should probably just be picking up these 2 gold items and reselling them, right? We gotta keep upgrading the cove. All right, but at this point, I think it's time for the star chart to come back in. Right, we got it up to gold, giving that big cooldown reduction on the Crusher Claw. That seems good. We'll just go ahead and sell the Shiny Fang. Okay, okay, I don't hate it. We can look at the small items, just come in and try and sell stuff. I don't think there's really ammo skills we're going to be looking for, right? I was a little interested in the destroy the small items tool thing, but it hasn't shown up since that first round, and that's really the only ammo thing I think I envisioned us using. So let's go to the small items. Okay, yeah, these two gold guys we're gonna just buy and resell. We should probably just buy and resell the 4 gold guy, right? It's all about upgrading this cove. We got to do what we can do. Like every dollar we spend here is just going to be more money upgrading our cove, which is then going to upgrade our damage. Okay, so yeah, let's get rid of this stuff we're never going to use. Just keep on selling. I don't think we'll put coral or seashell back in. The only place I'm really kind of envisioning change is where this beach ball is or where the star chart is. I think we probably just end up keeping silencer forever. Let's go ahead and sell the coral armor. Hang on to the dock lines, though. I still think that might make the cut. Okay.
My fight isn't with
Up against the level 5 Pygmalin. Let's see what we can do now. Let's see if he can handle the shields coming right at the face. The Crusher Claw doing the big work. Crook build. Kind of scary. He doesn't have any scaling, though. He just he just has weapons that deal 300 damage. How sad is that, looking at this board? Our pride and joy of a weapon deals 134 damage. He has a weapon that does almost triple. Ah, boo. Yeah, we gotta get this cove scaled up a little bit more. We're going places though. Look at him hitting these crits. 22%. I was gonna tell him how lucky he was, but it turns out his crit was higher than ours. So I guess we gotta cool the jets there. All right, medium items. What you got? Everything here is very expensive. We'll buy and sell the shovel. Here's the captain's wheel. Do we want to switch from the star chart to the wheel? Well, we can get rid of the beach ball, right? Does that even work, right? If we want to keep the star chart, we can't get the star chart and the silencer and the captain's wheel all next to the Crusher Claw, which makes sense. I did the mathematics on that plays, and so we could put, say, the captain's wheel next to the Crusher Claw, and then say, I wish I still had one of those 1 hex items that I sold earlier. I think the Crusher Claw is probably just too good, but we really want the captain's wheel, right? I think we'd want it to be like this, to where the captain's wheel is hitting both the cove and the Crusher Claw. Then the star chart would ideally just hit something small out here. I think this is the way to do it.
If it's not
right, and we just got to try and find a 1 hex item to fill out the board with. So let's skip rolling on that encounter. Oh, Bazaar Con. That's going to give us a 1 hex item, right? We can get the 3 small items from the Bazaar. Just have some ridiculous nonsense turn up. Curry doesn't do anything special. Ritual Dagger doesn't do anything special. Alpha Ray doesn't do anything special. Bummer. It was a decent idea though, right? Yes, Bust, it was. Yes, it was. So which of these do we even put in here? Curry doesn't do anything. Just the ritual dagger, I guess. The scaling on the alpha ray is pretty negligible. I mean, the 14 hit off the ritual dagger is as well, but I think that's okay. Let's fight the mosquito. Just keep going after that cooldown stuff. We got to get this Crusher Claw down. But it is nice with the CDR and the wheel onto the Crusher Claw now. It's going to be attacking much faster. Alright, there was something wrong with the cooldown feathers in this patch. They took them out like almost immediately. I'm pretty certain that these insect wings or some version of them were at like the end of battle loot, and getting the like 12% cooldown reduction things was just too good. They took them out. I don't know if that was the case, if they were just like immediately too good, or dang, I didn't want Amber. If they were immediately too good or if they were bugged or something, but they came out. So what do we got? Scrap for shields, aquatic item, ammo thing, or cooldowns. We'll just continue taking the scrap. Got 2 hexes available. Okay. And then the junk guy. I mean, okay. The junk guy certainly works for the Cove. I'm still curious if we can find a Crusher Claw in here. It doesn't strike me as something I've seen before, but here, I'm going to do this. I'm going to rearrange everything back this way. We don't have any direction matters stuff at the moment, but this does make things easier to sell.
Trash is tragedy.
So it's like I definitely want all of the 2-cost things.
Sitting there 20 years, waiting for you.
Make that money back.
Well,
These are certainly relevant. Want to pick those up. Want to put the cooldown on the Crusher Claw. Okay. Do we want the salamander thing? We've only got 16 gold. Let's not be ultra greedy on this turn. Okay, so we got the cooldown brace.
Now that's a bargain. Warms my
All these
rusty
1 hex
shirt.
guys we're going to
Seen
take.
that find on.
Sell everything except the brace. We'll do the trick to drop the cooldowns a little bit more if we can.
Well, you're doing your part to clean up the bazaar.
All right, about to run out of the old dollars. Let's put the crit on Crusher Claw. Med kit.
Now that's a bargain.
Sell it. Magma Core.
Sitting there 20 years.
Sell
waiting
it.
for you.
All right, we're getting somewhere, right? We got 200 damage on the Cove. It's not nothing. Don't have any money now, so we got to just take the spare change. Coming out here, dueling up the world again. All right, I think that's it. See how it goes. Up against old Vanessa.
No, I'm a bit of a legend.
John Bazaar at the Bazaar.
I may be young for a
See what we can do.
but I've seen my share of storms.
The pufferfish coming at us. Not feeling good about this. He's popping off. Let's see how much poison we get up to before our Crusher Claw hits. 138. Can't be feeling good about that. can't be feeling good.
Fall like a bolt.
All right, we got 1 shot in with the Crusher Claw. It's got to get up in that OTK space. We need like 500 on the 500 shield on the Cove, and then like big crit on the Crusher Claw. All right, though, not a strong set of options here. We'll go to the docks, take the money and the experience. Up next, tempted to just go to Bazaar Con again and see if we can't spike something big for this 1 hex thing we're looking for. Small weapon, or like this is our choice of all small stuff. Just the small items we get out of Vanessa don't sound very impressive for what we can get out of this one hex. Let's just come out here and roll the dice. Let's take a rando diamond item. Well, what do we got? Regen, Wallace, pepper spray. Not that exciting, but better than Ritual Dagger. Alright, so who do we fight here? We just put pepper spray in for that shitty slow. Shock Trooper, I don't think we can beat. The ray gun just kills us. Sergeant Suds. Trying to think if he does tool things. I'm trying to think if he has like a 1-hex tool that would be good for us. Doesn't strike me as familiar. We'll just fight Jack here. He's got the Rapid Thaw. So if it comes in, that would be nice. When your opponent freezes, your items reduce the duration by 1, so all of the 1-second freezes just don't do anything. So hopefully that'll be enough. Gotta worry about his poison stacks coming in, but they do seem fairly slow. Alright, gotta get that Diamond Cove. Diamonds on my chains, diamonds on my coves. There's a big crit. 500 damage rolling in, doing the big time stuff. Oh, which one did we hit? We hit the Rapid Thaw. We got the freeze reduction. Come out here and ruin some freeze guy's day. So we got ammo, sharpening stones, aquatic item, or shields. Keep taking these plus shield things. Sounds good to me. Now what do we got? Tools, ammo skills, or haste items. Again, I don't think there's any ammo skills that are ever going to be relevant. Let's go to the tools. Maybe a 1-hex tool turns up in here. We can take the lighter, just buy it and sell it. When you crit haste, I don't think the sextant's where we want to be. Okay. So now I'm lean. It's so tough with the relax at this point. It's to where it just like doesn't do anything against the Vanessas, right? You go up against the poison Vanessa, the relax just doesn't do anything whatsoever. Let's just go to the aquatic items. Maybe we'll spike another water wheel or something. We at least find some sellable stuff in here. Seaweed does work with the cove, right? When you use an aquatic item, it gets the bonus heal. The cove, fast-acting aquatic item. That's probably going to be the best thing that we can get in this pepper spray spot. Okay. We can afford all this stuff. We'll lock in the seaweed and then just sell all these other things. I'm just gonna assume from this point on the seaweed's the best thing that we can do here. And then the question is, do we ever use like dock lines or beach ball to replace the star chart? That's tough to say. I don't think we will. I'm just gonna go full greed mode and sell that stuff. See if we can't take down this Vanessa now that we have that extra 20 cost on the cove.
Go ahead, underestimate.
Oof! All right, let's fuck him up.
Out to dethrone a king, not to squabble with nobody.
What do we got here? Immediately dropping the freezes on our cove. Must be nice. Jesus fuck. We're out here memeing it up, and that's just fucking right where it hits. The actual worst thing that could hit for us. Okay. Welcome to life, I guess. So what are we gonna do here? We got the burning caldera. Probably just put it on the cove. Like we got to get the 3 wins from here on out, right? We got to get up to the no loss zone. It seems like that's probably the strongest place to put it. I guess. Got to get in my head. Captain's wheel used to just activate, right? When you used a large item, it would just go. It's like I kind of think about saying like, well, what if we keep the captain's wheel here? So if or put it on the captain's wheel. So if we do spike a radiant or if we spike a shielded, we can put that on the cove and make it not suck. I think that's okay. Burn is just fairly weak in terms of what we're trying to do overall. Wasn't a very good hit. Alright, though. Temporary boost, small weapon item, or curio. Let's go to the junk shop again. Give us a Crusher Claw, right? That's what... that's that shit we're supposed to be finding in here.
Trash is tragedy. Reuse
Fairly
everything.
weak set of items, but we'll just buy them all and
You're
resell it.
doing your part to clean up the bazaar. Warms my
Alright,
rusty
next set. What you got?
See that final?
One cooldown thing.
Sitting there 20 years.
Another cooldown thing. Better set this time around.
That's a bargain.
So let's see. Where are we at? Star chart. We should be able to pull up, so then we can just put the knee brace in. Do what I want, game. What's your fucking problem? let's get sassy with the game here, right? So we got the cooldown, we got the just regular items in. The higher cooldown now with the knee brace in. We can sell the clockwork blades. We can sell the feather. So it kicks all of the stuffs. Cooldowns up, so it gets reduced bigger. Then you take the knee brace out, and they keep that that bonus. They get the bigger bonus that stays, allegedly. That's what Reddit tells me. Reddit's never been wrong, and so
Warms my rusty
you got to assume that that's the way it
See
works.
that final?
All right, that's good. Now, main point of concern, we've got the large items that turned up. I don't think we can afford a Diamond Cove if it turns up. We can't. There is the Tropical Island, which is fantastic with this kind of build, right? Just getting these things to sell every day that are also good, giving you the regen, giving you the bonus health is good, but we can't afford it here. We just blew our wad on junk, and so that's a bit unfortunate. Now coming at these, I don't think the Oasis Guardian has a ton of stuff that we want. It might have another seaweed. No, it's the wrong guy. Looks too similar to the other one. Some of these, it's like you got this guy, like some seaweed looking fucker carrying a giant clam on his back. Turns out he's not the aquatic guy, he's the poison guy, and so it is what it is. Give me that money, though. We gotta get that money to get our cove upgrade.
Waste of gunpowder.
Garbage. I didn't even read it. What's it do? When you slow, heal for 16. All right. That could actually be a thing at some point. What do we got? Sharpening stones for damage, ammo item, healing item, burn item, or loot items. Let's take the loot items. We get 3 of them there. Haste, slow, and cooldown. It would be nice if an upgrade popped up with that. I'm just not certain if we could afford it. Ooh, big feather coming up. I assume this stuff works, right? It says the Crusher Claw's at an 8.5 second cooldown. We sell this stuff. Now it drops to 8. Now it drops to 7. I don't know. Some nerd would have to tell me if that math actually plays. All right, so do we want to try the haste, slow, and cooldown? Like, spiking a good haste item wouldn't be horrible. We're already back up to like $32. We can afford pretty much anything. It is just kind of tempting to go for the chocolate bars, the guaranteed good. Let's take these haste things. Ooh, Captain's Wheel is inside. Planned it that way.
Ooh, the keener the blade.
What about these other things? We'll take the Chlamera. It's pretty cheap. Is Turbo Pearl where we want to be? When you use another aquatic item, charge it. So it should be activating pretty fast, getting those fast activations off the cove. It's like I did like the idea of seaweed, given that it gives us the heal, right? So we aren't just completely stacked on cove. So when we fight Vanessa, we do actually get some kind of heal, but this guy seems pretty decent. Let's get that in here. Just dropping some pretty quick hastes. Now up next, we can keep going to Bazaar, I guess. Should probably just take the experience at this point, but what do we got? Shitty shield thing, Sapphire, increase your freezes by a second. Not crazy to hang on to Sapphire. If we say get Icy on the Cove or something, then increasing that by the second would be pretty big, and so we'll keep it down here in the maybe pile as we come up here and battle this Vanessa.
My fight is
Just can't I can't imagine us beating even the like worst of Vanessas here. But we'll see. It's just the way the day goes, man. Like I have so low expectations with the build, but he aquatic furied like the start of round haste directly onto his pufferfish. It's like of all the options, right? When I was mentioning about wanting to maybe go for rope because it's so good against the pufferfish builds in the sense that it just like slows them down from getting their activations. That's why. And to just kind of have the round to where our cove gets immediately frozen for 8 seconds, and then having another round to where the opponent's single target haste aquatic at the beginning of the round just spikes onto the pufferfish with the cloak next to it. It's like fucking fine. But I had pretty low expectations for this build, right? I'm not certain if this could ever be a thing. Like, if you have a... what's it called? The shielded cove, which gives it double shield to where I shielded this thing would be at 600 right now instead of being at 335. That could maybe be a thing, but at the end of the day, this is just as memey as it gets, right? Trying to make the most out of the Crusher Claw didn't get us particularly far, but it was a fun run. Hopefully you learned a little bit about drafting along the way. You learned some of the ideas and thoughts and feels into how you can try to optimize something even though it may not be the best build on the world. It's probably about the 3rd best build on the world, and so that's not bad. It's in the top 3. It's, somewhere between 0 and 100% of good builds is where this one falls. But nonetheless, good stuff. I had fun with that. I hope you did too, because that is going to do it for us today. So if everyone enjoyed the video, hope you maybe learned a thing or two along the way, and you had a good time watching it. This is Bustin' Weed. Thank you for being here.